Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome. Today I'm going to start a new series where I go after the There Is No Spoon achievement, where the goal is to launch a rocket in less than 8 hours. I've already made an attempt at this, and I was able to get it done in about 6.5, but I wasn't able to get the achievement because about halfway through the game, I had added a couple mods to my mod folder, and then when I loaded the game the next time to continue playing, those mods were active, and so the achievement didn't count, at least the Steam achievement. But it is possible, and I think I should be able to beat my previous time. So let's get started. Well, first of all, let's take a look at mods. You'll see that I don't have any mods enabled, only the base mod. I did spend a little bit of time looking for a good map. So I'm going to use the exchange string. I'll show you what the settings are. I've got iron and copper set to very big, stone and coal set to big, uranium ore set to none because I'm not going to use nuclear, and then crude is set to big, and then richness is very good on all of those. On the terrain, I have a very big starting area. I set the tree size to very small, and I set cliffs to none because I don't like dealing with cliffs. And on advanced settings, to make things a bit easier, I've learned that you can't get the achievement if you turn the biter bases off or if you set the biters to peaceful, but you can disable pollution, enemy expansion, and evolution. So with those things disabled, the biters should be very little problem at all. The last time I tried this, I did have all the default settings on biters, and I mean, they weren't a huge problem, but I did spend probably a good 20 minutes or so of the game just running around taking care of biter attacks, especially towards the end. It got to be kind of a hassle. So I'm doing this just to make it easier for myself. And here we can see what the map looks like. Okay, so we've got, and I really should take a screenshot of this. Give me 1 second. All right. There we go. Okay, so that's and that's a little trick you can do because when I start the game, only the starting area is going to be revealed. But if you take a screenshot of the map, then you can that'll help you remember where the other resource patches are. The main thing I want to remember is where the oil is located, which is down to the south of us. We've got a pretty large patch of iron, a reasonable patch of coal, very small patch of stone, but we have more stone over here, so I think this will work pretty well. So throughout the game, if I have to stop to think or to explain something, I'm going to pause the game so that the clock stops running while I'm doing that. That'll help keep our time low, and I think that's about it. I have some notes here with the sequence of what I need to do and the sequence of the research. I'm only going to do research that gets us towards the rocket launch for the most part. The advantage of doing that is that then you know exactly how many science packs you need to finish the game, and you can keep track. You can keep track of how many science packs you've produced, and at some point you'll be able to turn off science even though you haven't completed all the research yet. For example, if I see that I've already produced 6,000 red science packs, I know that I'm not going to need any more than that for the rest of the game. I can turn off red science and just continue feeding the labs from a buffer. So I'll be keeping track of my research as well. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing, we need an axe, and I'm going to need to go north here. And on the way, I want to grab some of these big rocks that contain coal and stone. And this should hopefully give me enough coal that I can avoid having to use wood for fuel to get started. And at the beginning, I'm going to work my way up to 10 miners on iron, 5 on copper. Here's another one. Well, let's get the iron started first. 5 on copper, and 14 on coal. All right, so I'll just put the first one there. Put the furnace, and we'll feed it some coal and get that started, and then we'll come and harvest these other huge rocks. I'm not going to be using any blueprints. If you really wanted to be efficient with this, you could blueprint out all of your builds ahead of time, and you probably wouldn't have time to have bots going, but there. You probably wouldn't have time to get bots added to it, but it would help you build things. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build everything from scratch. But again, if I have to stop and pause to calculate some ratios or something, then I'll just hit the escape key and do that. All right, get some more coal in there. We'll put a little coal in there. Okay, so I'll do one more of iron, and then I want to start getting some burner drills on the coal patch, which is to the north of us. So I'll make sure I have enough for at least 2, and then we can get that started. So one of the key concepts to the early game is that you want to get as many resources as you can as quickly as possible. I think okay, now I can get 4 more. The early game is really critical, and I think I'll put 2 more of these on the coal patch. All right, and then you put coal in so they start mining right away, and then you can take it right back out. All right, so this way we won't have to use any wood for fuel. We'll save that for power poles, and it also makes it so that we don't have to continually replenish our fuel supply. Okay, I will make a wooden chest. And this would probably be a good time to start mining some stone and put that into a chest. So I'm going to go down to where my little tiny patch of stone is, right here. Okay. And let's see if I can make one more here. 4. Okay, so it'll give me 8. I'll put 4 more of these on the coal. And And this one's got coal as well. I got fairly lucky with this map in that there are quite a few of these huge rocks around. Sometimes I start a map and I don't have any of them. Okay. Oh, that was slightly off. Not a big deal. And you'll see that in this run, I'm not going to be terribly picky about having everything perfect. It's more important to be fast. Okay, so let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to need more fuel. All right, so I've got 8 up there, so I need, what, 6 more? 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're done making burner drills at this point. Let's get the copper going. I'm going to go down and grab some stone while we wait for some copper plates to get made. And I can start making power. So I'm going to make 2. I'm going to make 2 boilers and actually let me make 4 boilers. I'll make 4 boilers and 4 turbines or steam engines, whatever you want to call it. We'll make an offshore pump. I'm going to make an underground pipe. And I need to make some power poles. Okay, and then we'll start handcrafting 10 science packs and 1 lab. Okay, water is over here to the left. So I'll put my power right here, I suppose. This should be enough room. I think this will be enough room to get a full line. I guess I'll move it down a bit just to be safe. Make sure I can get a full line in without interfering with that copper patch. All right. Now, here you'll notice that I'm not putting 2 furnaces on the boilers, at least not yet. The reason for that is that we can hold more fuel this way than if I start adding 2 boilers. Let's see. If I leave these spaced by 1, that's what I need, and I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, so this should be the end of the line right there. And then I'll bring the rest of the poles close to where I have my iron and copper going. And we should have the lab done here in a moment. Let's go get some more fuel while we're waiting. We're going to do automation first, as we always do. There's usually never a reason to do anything but automation at the beginning. going to need some mining drills, so we'll start handcrafting some of those. I'm just adding half a stack here whenever I see that I need more fuel. Okay, and then I'm going to handcraft a bunch of belt as well. This is going to be to feed the power. And I should grab some more trees for power poles as well. Okay. Okay, I'll run the power pole first. Let's craft some more of those. I suppose I can run belt while I'm waiting for that to finish. And I'll craft a few inserters as well, so that we can automate the red science. Okay, awesome. So next research is logistics. We'll get that queued up, and let's make 2 assemblers. And I'm going to make a handful of iron chests. All right. So we'll put that there. It's going to be red science. That's going to be gears. There. All right, so we need 2-to-1 iron to copper in that chest. All right, what's next? Yeah, let's finish getting this power run over. Okay. Let's make a few more assemblers. And we need to start automating some intermediate products. We'll get a radar done too. Yeah, I can't see my power line. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go and grab some stone while I'm waiting for that. The next thing I want to do as soon as possible is get my first iron smelting line up and running. All right. All right, so I want that to be gears. I want that to be copper. And I want this to be belts. Let me grab more iron plate. So this way we can start crafting belts, and having the gears and copper wire on hand will make it easier to handcraft stuff as well. Okay, let's go grab some more coal. And then we'll come back down and put in our radar. And we could probably make use with another lab. Okay. How many belts do I have? Only 60. Alright, so I'll start handcrafting a bunch of belts too. And hopefully this will get me over to where the power line is. Come down this way. All right. Next research is electronics. Let's go grab more belt. And we'll put down our radar. And whenever I have time, I really need to be handcrafting inserters, because I'm going to need a heck of a lot of them for the first smelting line. Okay. All right, so now we need to get power brought up there as well. Probably have to move some of these. There. Okay, let's start making inserters. I'm going to need close to 100 of them. All right, so let's lay out where we want the first line to be, and I think I would like it to be over here. So we'll set it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think that's 24. We can make a blueprint here real quick to check. Yeah, that's right. And for now, we'll feed it with coal by hand. Okay, and then we need some mining drills. Let me get some gears first. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll start the iron. I think we'll go vertically. So what I need for this half of a belt is I need 13 drills. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we can put 7 on the other side. 1. All right. Okay, electronics is done. Next is automation 2. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5, 6, and we need one more. Okay, so that should be 13 drills. Yep. There we go. Let's throw in some more coal there. And I'll go up and grab some more. All right, and I'm going to pause for a second, check my notes here. All right, so we got power, we got the lab, we've got electric miners on coal, we've got red science going, I'm making gears and copper wire, I have a second lab, and I'm working on my smelting line. Okay, so next I need some drills for the coal for the smelting lines. And I think I will need 5 of those. Okay, and I need to get more belts. All right, the good news is that now I'm making lots of iron plates. Why is this stopped? Oh, okay. All right, so I'll handcraft some more belt as well. And let's craft some more inserters. And let's put the output on this belt. pretty bad at this. Oh no, I don't have any power poles. Okay. All right, so we've got half an iron line going. I'm going to need a couple splitters and a few underground belts. All right, pause and check the notes. Okay. Yeah, and I was in the process of setting up the coal line for the smelting. So let's set up the other side of this smelting line now. And I'm going to use the same design that I normally do. Like so. All right, and then the coal can come down here. I can pick that up. Let's make another couple of splitters. There we go. And then as soon as we have a full iron line, we're going to set up half a line of copper, and then from there we'll be able to start well, see, I can do it okay going that direction. And I need more inserters. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to want... Yeah, I'll set up a machine here to make gears and just put those into a box. Okay, and then I'm going to need more mining drills. And at this point, I'm going to pick up these. All right, so 2, 4, 6. Now we need to basically double this. So that we can feed an entire line. All right, and I'll pick this up. We'll move this over to the end of the iron line. We'll keep that going for now. I don't want the science to stop. All right. And I think I need one more drill. No, I'm good. That's 26. Still want to keep the copper wire going. All right, and let's limit that to 1,000 belts. And then we'll start putting the rest into chests to buffer that. Let's make more furnaces. Okay, and I think that's going to do it for this episode. We'll keep going in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.